Inlet Lodge is on the west coast of Canada, approximately 250 miles north of Vancouver, and the only way for visitors to get there is by float plane from Campbell River on Vancouver Island. The service is operated by Vancouver Island Air, and as there are no roads to Night Inlet, this daily flight is the only link to the outside world, and the planes carry freight as well as passengers. Night Inlet Lodge is a series of floating cabins and has all the comforts of a good hotel where visitors come to see the local wildlife. The only way to get about is by boat, and passengers are on a constant lookout for animals and birds. Looking over the side, we can see salmon making their way upriver to their spawning grounds. Boats stop up ahead indicate that there is an animal nearby, and sure enough, we get our first grizzly bear sighting. This aerial photo shows the Bendel River entering the Night Inlet estuary, and further upstream the river becomes quite shallow. It is here that the salmon gather. In order to reach the spawning grounds, the salmon have to negotiate this weir, which is put there to maintain a constant depth of water over the gravel beds where the salmon lay their eggs. The bears know this and make their way to the weir for a sumptuous feast. Bears hibernate from November until April, and during this period they lose a third of their body weight, so it is essential that they make the most of this opportunity to feast on the plentiful supply of salmon. Normally, bears are solitary animals, but with all this food about, this group of females and sub-adults seem quite happy to share the bountiful supply of fish. The feeding bears offer no threat, so this mother bear decides it is safe to bring her cubs to the feast. Excuse me, Mum, but can I share your catch? Yes, that's okay. I'll just go and catch another one. Look at me, sis. I can catch my own fish. The mother becomes uneasy as she senses there is danger about, so she sends her cubs out onto the bank and out of harm's way. The mother bear was right to be afraid, because the large male comes to the weir. They have been known to kill cubs which are not their own. The male now has the weir all to himself, and other bears stay at a respectful distance and have to catch salmon in the main river. The gull in the background snatches a meal from a fish left over by the bears. The two cubs, their stomachs full of salmon, head for the milk bar. All too soon, it is time to leave. However, there is one small problem, as the sub-adult bear decides to inspect the bus which we need to get back to the boat. Although late for tea, we did eventually get back. Inlet Lodge isn't just a place for tourists, it also does its bit for conservation by breeding thousands of salmon fry in these trays and tanks. When the fry are large enough, they are released into the river, where they will spend the winter before making their way out to sea in the spring.
They're going to go and find a place to live now for the winter.
Like the salmon, it is time for us to leave, and we board the float plane that will take us back to the outside world again.